do anything, man. I'll just sit here. Yep, keep pulling. Keep pulling, Chief. Welcome back. Last video you guys saw, throw the cab on here, get this frame stripped. We're gonna be working on getting this thing permanent. All the mounts on here, take the seat out, get those bolts dropped through. Better? Like so, I need to move these blocks so that I can get this in there. Just need to pick up on the cab corner. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Next one.
Ollie, I don't.
So you've seen us put this cab on this truck. We put blocks underneath the cab. We've got some 4x4 blocks on the frame. Plan is we're gonna take the stock Dodge mounts that were on the side of the frame. We're gonna put it to the 4x4 block that's back there. It'll sit going this way. The cab mount, if you look back there, there's a little piece of tape. That's about where the cab mounts on this truck. So we're gonna use the Dodge mount back there with the puck so we get the newer style mount. And then what we're gonna do with this plate steel is we're gonna weld it to the side of that 4x4 block, and then we'll be able to weld down to the frame, get us secure that way. That's the plan with the backs. If you look, our body line doesn't line up. We've got a split. So what we need to do is raise the front of the cab up and get us level. The plan is we're gonna take the Dodge stock mount, we're gonna put it back to the frame. We're gonna lift it up on the frame rail so it's gonna sit higher than what it was stock. That'll give us the distance to close here. We're gonna run those rubber puck mounts to give us the better ride. So with us doing these back mounts, the stock mounts sit underneath the gas tank. We're gonna have to remove the stock tank and we're gonna have to get to those bolts. We're gonna pull those out. We're gonna have to run a bolt and a nut this time like we did on Talon 66. Instead of like on the Dodge, it drills up into the cab and it's got a nut welded into the cab. We're doing away with that style and just run a nut and a bolt and just go through with washers. Attaboy. Attaboy, keep wiggling. See, she's out, she's out. Okay, now get a sawzall. 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 Yep, keep pulling. Keep pulling, Chief. Hey, help me, bro. Look, it's actually coming out. No. Pull! Rancid gas. Getting 10s, I'm gonna do 15s. Shut up. Sucker! You don't get 15 inch subs, they don't even make that. Sure they do. Sweet. He's got zap, zap, zap. I'm done. What? He's called me go. He always says that.
Alright guys, the past few nights we've been working on these cab mounts. On this back one, what we did is we ran a 4x4 bird tube, and then we used the stock Dodge mounts that go up into the stock 62 mounts on there. Up here, we welded up, this is the stock Dodge puck. We had to move it a little bit back and up to hit the 62. So the next plan is to get this front clip off. We just threw it back on there for mock-up to see where the cab needed to sit. And then once we have this guy off, we need to figure out how our radiator and our intercooler is gonna work on this truck. We know for sure on this front clip here, they didn't run a very big radiator. It was more tall than it was wide, where we need a wider intercooler and a wider radiator. So we're gonna go ahead and lot a little bit off the front clip. Go ahead and start pinning stuff back up onto the firewall for a little bit easier access. We also have to do a few other things like a gearbox and a brake master cylinder.
That fan clutch is not good. These are cooked.
Reagan likes it.
Maybe probably just wiggle it off.
Massage and it grows, you said?
Yeah.
I think because the fan clutch is just toast,
It's not coming off.
it won't like lock on.
We should just drive it to like O'Reilly and have them take it off probably.
Yeah, we'll just drive it to O'Reilly and take it off.
What'd you do, Dad?
What did I do?
You were super happy when you did it, but the camera wasn't rolling. Here, make it
won.
like Hollywood, hurry.
I won.
Take it off.
I know. It's right there. It's your biggest fan.
Yeah,
Say
you guys
thanks,
like to
Dad.
make those jokes.
There. Okay. There you go, keep it. That's all.
Hi guys, we're back out in the garage working on the truck. Today we're gonna work on some mounting underneath the dash here. We're gonna mount the Dodge brake go and clutch pedals, steering column bracket under the dash. We're gonna make some brackets to adapt the 62s to the Dodges.
Something like that position right there.
That mount we were making earlier goes up in here, this guy. So it's taking the 4 bolts that held the column on, these 2 right here, and then there's 2 up in there that we made out of angle iron. 2 little holes right here that are gonna mount the Dodge onto there. We're gonna blow some holes through the firewall to do these backs. Getting closer. Okay, so now the Dodge assembly is up and in. We got that bolted up top. The column will mount up in here. We ordered up a few parts last week and they all arrived today.
This is the water intercooler.
The air water intercooler.
Yep, got our exhaust is in this box, and that's for our stack. Got a redhead gearbox, steering gearbox right there.
This one's all
This one's all jacked here. We're still waiting on a Hydro Boost. Hopefully that'll be here tomorrow. Got our master cylinder, throwing tools around.
Oh, it's a new day in the garage, guys. Yesterday we were able to get the master cylinder and the Hydro Boost in here. My dad got the clutch all worked up, so that works. We had to do a little modifying to the shaft, and the steering column's up in there right where it's gonna sit.
Oh, this is Talon actually turning a wrench on a truck. We just staged this for this clip, just so you know. This is all
See how his
staged.
hands are dirty? When TNT Brothers Garage needs me,
He just comes out and does the what we did and what we're gonna do segments.
my dad did though. We bought a air to water intercooler because our intercooler isn't gonna fit in here. We're gonna buy some electric fans for this radiator. We gotta run our intercooler boots. This is kind of the reservoir where it mixes the air to water. Got a little bit of the wiring thrown up on here. We've got these fuse power bus little guys there. So we're gonna run our batteries back to the flatbed in that little box. We've got our Y pipe in for our stacks. We'll mock that up later. We got 1 stack that just showed up today, but hopefully we'll be seeing the other one later today. I don't know. UPS guy dropped one and not both. In here, we got all of our pedals mounted up. So today, we're gonna be focusing on this flatbed a little bit. Ordered these boxes a few days ago. Finally got in. We kind of want to curve this flatbed. It was more square. We want to match with the cab. Kind of got some CAD going on here, some cardboard, something designed. We're forming it up in there. This is gonna be a curve right here. Plan on curving this back a little bit. We're gonna lop this off. Gonna make a little curve that goes over the tire here, so it's all skirted. These aren't gonna be the tires we're gonna be going with. We're gonna be going with some bigger ones, but we don't have them quite yet. We're gonna weld this guy up in there, so it's a little skirted out.
El Chapa Chapa.
coming down hard. Am I gonna get electrocuted?
There is that possibility.
Why is it raining?
Bear still.
This is $500.
Not my helmet! What the fuck?
Get a rag. There's gonna be spices, so be careful.
Spices?
Spices. So there's actually still spots that are connected.
Is there?
There's like a big beam that I don't really want to
Do whatever you think you gotta do.
Spicy. I gotta cut it. Ah! I'm throwing sparks in my glove. You wanna come do it?
No, get it done.
It hurts.
You feel alright?
Fire! I don't want to plasma cut that, it hurts.
You're not winning. Just cut it with plasma.
I don't want to, it hurts. You have sleeves, you should do it.
It hurts.
I won't do anything, man. I'll just sit here. He's working on his own truck, guys.
No way! Whack it!
My fingers. I don't want to my fingers. It's fine. We cut. I'm not cutting it, so.
True international average of
See. Are you from Brothers Garage?
We're done for the day. The terminals, guys, mounted up in here. We got our little channel in there, dial points. We have our box mounts made. We just need to weld them up in there. We cut these out. We need to weld some support in, bend them, make them all look pretty. We locked the back off. So now she's gonna be nice and curvy like the truck. Bunch of welding, more time we'll have her. All right, guys, we got the hood back on and a little bit more of the front clip. Stay tuned for we'll get this thing started and hopefully driving around.
Thanks for watching.